So what happens after you've been exposed? After the truth comes out and there's no hiding anymore? Because this is where most people think this story ends. Failure, consequence, regret. But David's story doesn't end there. It actually gets harder. Because what comes next isn't just about what he did, it's about what it cost him. Nathan didn't just confront David. He didn't just tell a story or make a point. He delivered something final, a consequence. The sword shall never depart from your house. And just like that, everything changed. This wasn't private anymore. It wasn't hidden. It wasn't contained. What David did had been set in motion. And here's the part people struggle with. God forgives, but that doesn't mean there are no consequences. Then it happens. The child becomes sick. And suddenly, this isn't about a throne anymore. It's not about reputation. It's not about control. This is something else. Something real. Something fragile. Something he can't fix. And for the first time, David is facing something he has no power over. And this is where pressure does what pressure always does. It reveals what's really in you. David doesn't run. He doesn't hide. He doesn't pretend. He falls, face to the ground, praying, fasting, refusing comfort. Because when control is gone, desperation takes over. And if you've ever been there, you understand this moment. That place where you can't undo what you did. You can't fix what's happening. And all you have left is hope. Hope that somehow God might still show mercy. Days pass. No answer. No change. No improvement. And this is where faith gets real. Because it's easy to believe when things are working out. It's easy to trust when the outcome is still in your favor. But when nothing changes, when heaven is silent, that's where most people break. David stays on the ground, weak, worn down, drained. And now, this isn't just fear anymore. It's regret. Because everything happening now can be traced back to one moment, one decision, one choice he knew wasn't right. Then, it happens. The child dies. And no one wants to tell him, because they've seen him. They've seen how broken he already is. And they're afraid this will destroy him. But David sees it. He notices the silence, the hesitation, the looks. He reads the room, and he knows. And this is where everything changes. Because instead of collapsing, David gets up. He washes. He changes his clothes. And then he walks into the house of God. And nobody understands it. Because this doesn't make sense. Not after everything. Not after what just happened. So they ask him, why? Why mourn before, but not now? Why fast when there was still hope? But now act like this. And this is where David reveals something deeper. While the child was still alive, I fasted and wept. Because there was still a chance. There was still hope that God might show mercy. But now, it's done. I shall go to him
but he shall not return to me. And right there, you see what made David different.
Not that he didn't fail, not that he didn't fall, but that he knew how to face it. David didn't run from the truth. He didn't avoid the consequence. He didn't pretend it didn't hurt. He accepted it. And acceptance is where transformation begins. Not when things get easier, not when the outcome changes, but when you stop fighting what's real. And this is why this story matters. Because every single one of us has moments we wish we could take back, decisions we regret, things we didn't handle right, moments where we knew better and still did it anyway. But this story shows something powerful. Your failure doesn't have to be your ending. Because what happens next is something most people miss. What does real repentance actually look like? Not just words, not just regret, but a heart that actually changes. Because David didn't just survive this moment, he responded to it. He processed it. He wrote something after it. Something raw, something honest, something that reveals what was really happening inside him. And if you've ever wondered what it actually looks like to come back from failure, episode 5 is where it becomes clear. Because what he wrote next wasn't just words. It was a man finally telling the truth. And when you hear it, you'll understand what real repentance looks like. Follow, because the next part changes everything.